So there's been lots of rumors circulating that the Daisy Ridley Ray film has been cancelled, or at least delayed. It has been delayed. That's a fact. They don't even have a script.
4 times.
So that's not, you can't argue with that. It has been delayed. We're no closer. It's no closer to getting off the ground here. However, conveniently, 4 days ago, around the time those rumors were circulating, Daisy Ridley did an interview. Oh, interesting.
Oh.
I just thought it was just funny coordination, to be honest. So we'll just take a look. Star Wars New Jedi Order, Daisy Ridley, quote, "I wasn't forced to come back." You're so funny. That's a pun.
Oh, wait.
Isn't it?
Yeah, it was a bad pun, but it was a pun.
I know. Anyway, this is Google translated from French, by the way. So if if the language is a bit weird, that's why. So it says this: a few days ago, Daisy Ridley returned from the Deauville Festival with the New Hollywood Award, a perfect opportunity to spend a few minutes next to him and ask him about the stars. I think that means her, and ask her about the stars. On May 30th, 2026, Star Wars will return to the cinemas with Star Wars New Jedi Order. Oh, will it? Oh, will it? Will it? I don't think it will. Maybe it will. I don't think it will. Directed by Pakistani Sharmeen Obaid Chinoy. I'm just reading the article. Whose work was seen in Miss Marvel Season 1. Daisy Ridley took over the role of Rey, which she played in episodes 7, 8, and 9 of the saga. The story, of which little is known, will take place about 15 years after the ascension of Skywalker, the rise of Skywalker, and Rey will reform the Jedi Order there. During her time at the Deauville Festival, we met the actress who tells us more about her great return to the franchise. Your return to Star Wars will be very different from your arrival at the time of the release of Episode 7. The franchise had been dormant in the movies for decades, while New Jedi Order is going to land in a world where Star Wars is absolutely everywhere. I don't know which is worse. Like, that's a really good point, actually, isn't it? That the Force Awakens, it was the Force Awakens, wasn't it? Arrived when, that was probably better. No, worse for her because she was more daunted. No, would you be more daunted because the franchise had been dormant and you were entering into it, or would you be more daunted now that the franchise is dirt?
I would be more worried now than I would have been back then because you knew you were stepping into a winner.
True.
Yeah. It's like
true.
This is going to shape the rest of my life, or at least for 3 movies. Know I've got a guaranteed in with Hollywood, and what's funny is she drove herself right out of a guaranteed in Hollywood over the course of the next 2 films, which may not have been her fault, but she didn't bother to train till the 3rd movie, which is a picture right there.
Well, it says this. This is her reply. My thoughts on the subject are simple. If I didn't think the story was worth telling, I wouldn't have come back. What story is that?
Yeah, I was going to say, what story? Because nobody's written a script yet.
Which she actually confirms, by the way, hilariously. But did you have a choice to refuse? Yes, of course. Is there no contract that would force you to come back? No. I was just asked if I wanted to do it on the basis of an idea. That's not a story then, is it?
No.
Without the script being written yet. But if I hadn't been convinced by the concept, the film wouldn't have come about. I took the time to think for a day, and I thought I had a great time on those movies. This new adventure seemed fun to me. Why do I say no? On the other hand, there was a strange coincidence. 2 people told me in the same week that they would love to know what Rey was doing now. Things that didn't happen. I had no idea that it aroused interest. People really like Rey.
No. No, they don't.
I think this new film will be exciting and will help move the franchise forward in an interesting way.
Rey is now synonymous with Mary Sue. Are you sure people want Rey? Oh my.
Oh, there's more. You never wondered what Rey was going to get, what happened to her after the Rise of Skywalker. I didn't care until I was asked, and offered like $15 million. I had the feeling that the story had come very nicely, so Rey's return had to be worth it. And I think that's the case. I'm also in a very different position. I was 21 when I first did the first film. I am 32 today, and therefore a lot more experience on set. It's very exciting to imagine how my current life will affect the character. Do you think it will be easier than it was at the time to take the attention that such a role can generate? What was overwhelming for me was on the premiere of Star Wars 7, people didn't think Rey would be an important character. I remember my mother said, they must have thought you were good because they spent a lot of money on this movie. A lot of it. It's very strange to take pictures on the red carpet from the viewing of the film and then just go to the toilet and meet people who say, oh my God, it's you. Suddenly I was recognized in public life outside of my work. It is not necessarily easy to digest, and then I had never traveled. There I found myself all over the world and had unusual interactions with people. For example, I didn't know what a press junket was. So there's all of that, and then the way some fans greeted Rey was very violent. Did you feel it? No. I know that some people have expressed themselves negatively, but I do not pay attention to it. Because it's not really about me. I can't change the way some men see women. Yeah, some women didn't like you either, love. Unfortunately, that's how society works. And then overall, I was very well received. I chose to focus on positive. You weren't very well received overall, actually, dunce. So there you go. Convenient. What do you think?
I think this was another one of those impeccable timing moments by Lucasfilm. Wait, how do we diffuse some of this negative criticism of the fact we don't have anything actually moving forward? Oh, we get Daisy Ridley to come out and talk nonsense again. Okay. Mind you, how long has passed since she came out in front of a Star Wars celebration in the UK?
And I don't know, when was that? That was this year, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a year ago.
Last year.
I think it was a year ago.
Last year.
Yeah, I think it was a year ago. Yeah, and told us we were getting this piece of dung.
God, it's bad, isn't it?
They were supposed to be done shooting it now, by the way.
So
funny. On the script.
So funny.
Yeah, and then so like she barely I think she barely meet the deadline for getting married before 30 too. Otherwise there'd have been cat memes everywhere for this story.
Oh my God. Jesus.
You can just call me culture. You can just call me culture. I know there's a remarkable resemblance, but just call me culture. It's fine.
All right, whatever. This is what an absolute weird coincidence, timing wise. I'm gonna yeah, I don't know. Just a confirmation again that there's still no script. She didn't read a script. She was given like a quick 5-minute outline. Hey, this is what you're gonna do. Oh yeah, love it. Yeah, cool. You just saw dollar signs. Let's be honest.
I'm actually considering writing a parody film based on all the recent Mary Sue stuff. Wouldn't that be a lot of fun?
Yeah.
Yeah, just outline all the bologna sausage that has been forced down our throats for 6 years.
Do it. I dare you.
All right.
I absolutely dare you to do it. Why not? Oh, dear. Well, we'll move on from this. Oh, we got a super chat, from Olaf, our great mod in the chat. It says, lol, Star Wars is everywhere. It's nowhere now after Akko Blight and Ahsoka. And with Obey Annoy, it won't attract many people wanting to see it, as it will be Supreme Mary Sue. Yep. You won't see me argue with that, mate.
That was brilliantly done.
I mean, the Acolyte is absolutely... Yeah, that's like the final nail in the coffin of Star Wars. Well, actually, our next story confirms that, to be fair.